Lost 45 by the Fireballs, called Long Green back in early 1969. Only got as high as number 73 on Billboard's Hot 100. And it's a nice little record to listen to. It's got a little bit of Latino flavor in there. It's got the garage band influence in there with the jangling guitars. And there are some shades of the British Invasion in there. And there a little bit of the Beatles, a little bit of the Searchers, Freddie and the Dreamers, all in this record. Although, admittedly, perhaps not the greatest record around, but it's nice to listen to every now and then. It wasn't a big hit across the nation, but it was a hit in some markets. And for example, in the 60s, a song would be a hit in Chicago, but then you wouldn't hear it at all in Detroit. You might hear it in Philadelphia, but not hear it in Los Angeles. That's kind of the way it worked with a lot of these regional hits. Fireball started out in the late 60s, well, late 50s, early 60s. They recorded at Norman Petty Studio in Clovis, New Mexico, in the early days. Same place where Buddy Holly recorded his hit records. Some of the early recordings by the Fireballs, Bulldog from 1960, Quite a Party in 1961, and Jimmy Gilmore and the Fireballs coming back in 1963 went #1 with Sugar Shack. And then Bottle of Wine, a comeback hit, late 67, early 1968. This party song going on while the Tet Offensive was happening in Vietnam. Need a little bit of a respite from the fighting in Vietnam, and this song offered it. And this was around the same time as Judy in Disguise by John Fred and the Playboy Band, Lady Madonna by the Beatles, I Wonder What She's Doing Tonight by Tommy Boyce and Bobby Hart around that same time frame. The song Bottle of Wine, written by Tom Paxton, and then the follow-up to that, Long Green, 1969. That actually was covered by the Kingsmen originally, back in 1965. It was a B-side to their hit record, one of their hit records called Jolly Green Giant. Here it is, the Fireballs with Long Green from 1969.